Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. We welcome you all to today's big news session. Also, I hope by now all of you have already subscribed to our YouTube channel. If not, please do hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications about all the live and recorded videos that we have here on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S IAS. As you know, India is fast approaching its 74th Republic Day. Therefore, today in this big news video, we will look at how India celebrates its Republic Day and also the history behind one of the most important days of the country. This 74th Republic Day will be special for a lot of reasons. The government, in fact, has announced a revamp of a lot of things. For example, for the first time ever, the government has announced that only made in India weapons will be a part of this parade. Not just this, the Agni Veers will also be taking part in this parade for the first time ever. In fact, the Navy contingent will specially be led by women. That is also a first in its history. As you know, the government uses the Republic Day parade to send a lot of signals, not just in India but across the entire world. That is why even the 21 gun salute to the president will now be done by the Indian field guns rather than the British era guns that we used to have. So, a lot of first ever things will be happening in this year's Republic Day parade that will be happening on the Kartavya Path for the first time ever since the famous road was renamed by the government of India. Now, as you know, although we got independence in 1947, India only became a republic when we got our independence that was adopted on 26th of Jan 1950. See, all of you are good students of history. So you know that the Constitution of India was already complete by November 1949. However, we still waited a couple of months for 26 Jan. The reason behind that was 26 Jan was considered as a Purna Swaraj Day. This was the day that the Congress famously adopted the Purna Swaraj resolution, saying that from now onwards our only demand will be complete independence and nothing like dominion status. However, what we do not know is even after 26 Jan 1930, the Congress in fact every single year till our independence celebrated 26th of Jan every single year as our Independence Day. In fact, people all across the country were told to come out of their houses and celebrate as if India has already gotten independence. That is why the date 26th of Jan was so significant for India. In between 1947 that India got independence and the day that we adopted our constitution, we needed certain laws by which the country would run. So in that time period, the government of India was run under the Government of India Act of 1935 only. It was only on 26th Jan 1950 that we officially had our constitution. Now, ever since the government of India has started to celebrate the Republic Day, we have made it a point to use this as a diplomatic effort as well. In the sense that India usually invites dignitaries from friendly nations to be a part of the Republic Day parade. In the past, many well known people have been a part of this parade, including the American presidents, including the Russian president, and even the state councillor of Myanmar. There have been many other instances where the government of India has reached out to their friendly nations in order for them to be a part of the Republic Day parade. This year, the same invitation has been sent to Egypt, realizing the importance between India Egypt bilateral relations. Not just this, every state gets a chance to take part in this parade and exhibit their culture, their speciality on the Kartavya Path. The event also has multiple cultural functions where you see India's culture in all its glory. There are also parades from the armed forces, the Indian Air Force, the Indian Naval Force, and even the Indian Army. There is also some other significance attached to this day. For example, it is on this day that the President of India offers civilian honors, the Padma Awards, that are presented to the citizens of India for their contribution to the country in various fields. Not just this, the Valor Awards for the Indian Armed Forces, be it the Ashok Chakra, the Paramveer Chakra, or the Veer Chakra, are also awarded by the President on the 26th of January every single year. Since this is such a significant day, it is observed all across India in all sorts of education institutions, be it colleges, universities, or even schools, to tell the children about the story of these people who have made India so proud. That is how we keep the tradition going forward year after year. Now, as a part of the Republic Day celebration, the Prime Minister also lays a wreath at the Amar Jawan Jyoti. As you know, Amar Jawan Jyoti was recently shifted from India Gate to the Amar Chakra at the National War Memorial. As you know, the National War Memorial has been built by the Government of India in the memory of each and every soldier who has sacrificed his or her life for the country. In fact, each and every soldier's name who has sacrificed their life for the country, their name is engraved on the bricks in the National War Memorial. It is something that all of you should visit at least once. In the middle of it, the Amar Jawan Jyoti, that is, the fire that will never extinguish, has been kept. It is considered as the circle of immorality because the soldiers who have fallen still live on in our hearts and in our minds. The Republic Day celebration do not come to an end on 26th of Jan. In fact, they officially come to an end on 29th of January with another event called the Beating Retreat Ceremony. It is again another spectacle that many people usually miss. This officially brings the Republic Day to an end. It is on the third day after the Republic Day parade and it is performed by the bands of the three wings of the military. So, Navy, Army, Air Force have their respective bands as well. The venue for this is Raisina Hills, very close to the Vijay Chowk, in front of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The chief guest of the function is the President of India. So the foreign dignitary is not a part of this. It is the President of India who is the chief guest here. The President arrives here and is escorted by his own bodyguards, which is a cavalry unit. As you would have seen, there are tall horses that accompany the President. That is called the cavalry unit of the President's bodyguards. Now, India has been an enigma to the entire world ever since we became independent. When India became independent, many Western countries thought that India would fail as a country because of so much diversity and no experience in running a country at all. This is where we have actually been able to surpass all those challenges. It is important to remember what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said. He famously said in the Constituent Assembly on 26th of Jan, we as in India are going to enter into a life of contradictions. Contradictions means everyone in the Constituent Assembly was well aware that Indian society, even at that time, has a lot of inequalities, has a lot of issues, has a lot of caste differences. However, we all realize the fact that by accepting the principle of one man, one vote, and one vote, one value, we are actually doing a great service to our nation. Yes, we cannot remove all our social or economic inequalities all at once, but we can make a beginning here. He also said, how long shall we continue to live this life of contradictions? How long shall we continue to deny equality in our social and economic life? Thus, he gave a sermon here that yes, we are beginning our life as an independent country, but we will only truly be independent if we ensure that the social and economic life of all the people within the country is equal. So here's hoping that this Republic Day we all work towards that. And as the people who might be running the country in the near future, I hope that all of you live up to these words spoken by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This is it for today's big news video. I wish you all a very, very happy Republic Day in advance. I hope that today you remember the sacrifice of all the thousands and lakhs of people in making India what it is today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead.